Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a book haul because recently I have bought way too many books, so I thought I'd finally do a sit down video, I've not done one of these in ages, and film you a book haul. These are all the books that I've got to show you. There's a lot there. So a lot of these I got for my birthday, some of them I've just picked up recently. I thought I'd show you them, so let's get cracking. This is a very relaxed video. I've got no makeup on, I am in my pyjamas, and I'm having a cozy day at home, so I thought why not do a book haul. So the first book is Picnic at Hanging Rock by Joanne Lindsay, and this is basically about a group of young girls who go for a picnic at Hanging Rock, and some of them go missing, I'm pretty sure. I've not read in these books yet, so I don't know too much about them. So the next book is The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugene, I don't know how you say that. Right there. I've heard so many good things about this and I've been wanting to read it for ages. It's definitely quite high up on my TBR. It's about the 5 Lisbon sisters who all go on to eventually take their lives, and down the side it says, "That girl didn't want to die, she just wanted out of that house, she wanted out of that decorating scheme." I'm very excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it for forever, so definitely going to go on it soon. So next up from the works, I actually picked up The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It was only £5, which is pretty good. As soon as in Waterstones it would have been like £9. Most people, I won't say too much about this because pretty much everyone on BookTok or BookTube will know about this book. I kind of prefer to read books once they're no longer in the hype, because otherwise I big them up too much in my head, whereas if I read them a little bit afterwards, I've kind of forgotten about them a little bit more. So that was my plan with this. I've heard mixed reviews about this. When it was first on BookTok, everyone thought it was incredible, but then I've also heard some people say it's just not up to the hype, so who knows. The next one is Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. I got this one from Tesco's. I don't know much about it, I've just seen it a little bit on TikTok. I'll read you a bit of the blurb. It says, "Charlotte Davies is in pieces. At 17, she's already lost more than most people do in a lifetime, but she's learned how to forget. The broken glass washes away the sorrow until there is nothing but calm. You don't have to think about your father and the river, your best friend who is gone forever, or your mother, who has nothing left to give you." You can kind of tell from the cover and from the blurb, it's probably going to be quite a dark book. So I think probably if you're going to read this, read it when you're in a good headspace, I'd imagine. A breathtakingly written book about pain and hard-won healing. Girl in Pieces has the breath of life. Every character in it is fully alive. And then the other book that I got from Tesco's was Never Never by Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher. The reason why I got this actually is because I want to do a video once I've read a bunch of Colleen Hoover books, kind of reviewing them all and giving my opinion on Colleen Hoover, because everyone's got an opinion on Colleen Hoover, I feel like. I've only ever read one of her books, which is the kind of one that everyone knows, which is It Ends With Us. I have got It Starts With Us, but I've not started that one yet. Yeah, I know some people that love Colleen Hoover and that really enjoy all of her books, and equally I know a lot of people that also don't like them, so I thought it'd be interesting to read a bunch of them and then kind of give my overall opinion and go through them and say what I think about them. Next on to my Waterstones bunch. So the first one that I got is Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and this is a Japanese bestseller which I'm very excited to read. I'll read you just a little paragraph of the blurb. In Before the Coffee Gets Cold, we meet 4 visitors, each of whom is hoping to make use of the cafe's time-travelling offer in order to confront the lover who left them. Receive a letter from their husband whose memory has begun to fade, see their sister one last time, and meet the daughter they never get the chance to know. But the journey into the past does not come without risks. Customers must sit in a particular seat, they cannot leave the cafe, and finally they must return to the present before the coffee gets cold. So it's basically about how you can time travel, I think, to a certain moment in time that you've previously experienced, but you can only stay there until the coffee gets cold. So I think it's a really cool concept, and I also love the cover. I just think it's so cool. Let me try and focus it. Yeah, I just love the cover. Okay, next up is Young Mungo by Douglas Stewart. Again, I think this is a staple. A lot of people have talked about this. There's also the other book, Shuggy Bane, which I also want to read. But one of my friends has read this and she loved it, so I really want to read this. A lot of books that I pick up, I actually have no idea what they're about. I just kind of think they sound cool. I don't think this has actually got a blurb, this one, has it? I don't think it has. So it says here, Young Mungo is another beautiful and moving book, a gay Romeo and Juliet set in the brutal world of Glasgow's housing estates. So I'm excited to read this one as well. I keep on saying that about every book, but that's just because I love reading, so of course I'm going to be excited to read new books. I then picked up a man called Ove, I don't know how you say it, but I'm pretty sure my mum wants to read this as well, so we can give it a little swap. Ove is almost certainly the grumpiest man you will ever meet. He thinks himself surrounded by idiots, joggers, neighbours who can't reverse a trailer properly, and shop assistants who talk in code. But isn't it rare, these days, to find such old-fashioned clarity of belief and deed? Such unswerving conviction about what the world should be, and a lifelong dedication to making it just so. In the end, you will see, there is something about Ove that is quite irresistible. Ove. I don't know. I think, is this a film? I'm pretty sure this is a film. Yeah, soon to be a major film starring Tom Hanks. Interesting. It's meant to be quite a sad book, I think, so that's fun. I do love sad books, to be fair. So okay, I've got 2 more left to show you. So the first one is Carmilla by Sheridan Le Fanu, I think. I've definitely butchered that. And it says the cult classic that inspired Dracula, which is kind of cool. Predating Dracula by 26 years, Carmilla is the original vampire story, steeped in sexual tension and gothic romance. I just loved the vibes of this book. Like, doesn't it just look cool? I feel like this is quite like an October book, you know, because it's like vampires, Halloween time. So it's probably going to be a wait for October, but I'm excited. Now, the final book that I have got is Little Women by Louise May Alcott. Now, I have already got 2 seconds. Now, Little Women is actually the book that got me into reading. So on my shelf over there, I've got all the kind of first few books I started reading when I properly got into reading, and these are the first ones on the shelf. But my Little Women books are actually separated into 2. So I've got Little Women and then I've got Good Wives. So they're put into 2 different books. Also, the covers of these are just beautiful. But I kind of wanted just to get it in one book, just so I have it all in one. And I also really want to reread it again, because I've not read it since the first time that I read it, and I really want to read it again, which I'm going to do very, very soon. Yes, this book has actually got pictures in it from the film, which is kind of cool, and the book itself is actually the one that we see in the film that Jo, when she like publishes her book. So yeah, and I can't wait to reread this again, because like I said, I've not read it in ages. So that is all of the books that I have bought in the past couple of weeks, and I cannot wait to get through these. I've literally got so many books I need to read. Like over there, can you see all those books over there I need to read? I've now got these ones to add to it. I will show you the book I'm currently reading. So I'm currently reading, why does my camera keep moving? I am currently reading Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I started this book yesterday. I'm already a fair bit through actually, and I'm planning on finishing it today or tomorrow, I think, because it's actually a very easy book to read. So, but I really hope you all enjoyed this video. It felt very weird doing a sit down video again, because I've not done one in for ages. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give a thumbs up, and I'll see you all very soon for another video.